Hello. So today I'm gonna have to start with these questions on addition, the simple ones. So I'll start with the first one. We are given 254, so I'm gonna write that. The trick with these questions is to arrange them in column form, that is one number below the other. So the one that are in the ones, I'll use ones. You write them below each other. So let me use green. The one on the tens, you write them below each other, hundreds, and so on. Yeah. So once I've done that, I will add, and when adding, 4 plus 7 gives me 11. So I'll write 1, and then I will carry the other one. So I'll put it in the tens. And then next is 5 plus 8. 5 plus 8 gives me 13, plus 1 gives me 14. So I'll write a 4 and carry a 1 on the 100 side. So 2 plus 1 is 3. So our answer from right there is gonna be 341. Moving on to the next one, number 2. So in this second question, we are still looking at addition of numbers. So I arrange the numbers in column form. So I'll start with 1582, and then let me put the place values. So this is ones, this is tens, this is hundreds, and then this is thousands. I'll just put a T and a H. So each of those numbers will be below the place value that it belongs to. So this will be 357. So I'm gonna add that. When I add, I get 2 plus 7. So you can always start with the bigger number, 7. 7 plus 2, 7, 8, 9. So this is 9. And then here I have 8 plus 5. 8 added to 5 gives you 13. So I'll write a 3 and carry the 1. So I'll put this one just right here. Then I have 5 plus 3. 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 1 gives me 9. And then 1 plus nothing gives you 1. And our answer is 1939. The next question is a subtraction question. So the order is the same. We arrange these numbers in column form, 2860, and we are subtracting 613. By now you know that the ones, the tens, the hundreds, and the thousands all stay in the same column. So I'm gonna start with the first place value, which is the ones. Now 0 minus 3. 0 minus 3 is not possible, so I'm gonna borrow from the tens. When I borrow 1 10, I get to have 10 there on the ones place value, and I remain with 5 on this side. So I have to indicate that so that I don't forget. So 10 minus 3 is 7. And then 5 minus 1 gives you a 4. 8 minus 6 gives you a 2. And then 2 minus nothing gives you just a 2. So our answer there will be 2247. Yeah, so by now we are progressing so well. Here we have 3 numbers that have been added. So we're going to start by arranging them in column form. I'll start with the first one, 1652 plus 304, and then plus 85. So you've noticed that I have spaced out my numbers. I do not want to squeeze them. I want them to have enough space so that in case I am carrying, I'm able to carry without any confusion. So 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 plus 5 is 11. So I'm gonna write 1 and then I'll carry 1. So in this case, I can put it anywhere, either above or just here below, whichever works for you. So I'll put a 1 right there, and then I will add 5 plus 0. 5 plus 0 is 5. 5 plus 8 is 13, plus 1 is 14. So I'll put a 4 here, and then I'll carry the one that has remained. So I'll put it there, and then we have 6 plus 3. 6 plus 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. 0, and then I carry 1 again. So I'm gonna carry it at that point, and then 1 plus 1 is 2. So our answer is 2041 right there. Okay, so we go to the next one. Oh, this one has a whole number that has been subtracted. We have a decimal number that is subtracted from a whole number. So I'll do the same. I will start with arranging. So 63. Now when it's a whole number, look at this number that is a decimal. It has 1 decimal. So of course, after the ones, we normally have on the other side tenths, hundreds, and thousands, and so on. So I'll assume there's a 0 right there. So let me just write the place values. So before the decimal point, we have ones, and then we have tenths. After the decimal point, we have tenths. So I'll write tenths right there, and then it goes on with hundredths. So let's see, hundredths, boy, yes, that is a H, a T, and a H, and so on. Thousandths, yeah. So in this case, we only have tenths, so I'm just gonna use the tenths. Then this other one will be 21.4. So you'll notice that I've aligned the decimals, and I've also aligned the numbers that belong to the same place values. So here we are subtracting. So I'm gonna start with the tenths. 0 minus 4 is not possible, so I'm gonna have to borrow 1, and if I have to borrow 1 from here, I'll remain with 2, and then here we'll have 10. So 10 take away 4 is 6, and then I put my decimal point right there. 2 take away 1 is 1, and then 6 take away 2 is 4. So that should be right there. So 41.6. Moving on to the next one. So this question is dealing with amounts, and in this case we have pounds. So we have 30 pounds take away 18 pounds and 49 pence. So in that case, we are gonna still do the same thing. We are gonna align this. So if it is 30 pounds, that means it's 30 pounds and 00 pence. Ooh. And then here we'll have 18 pounds and 49 pence. So remember, always you have to align the decimals. You have to align each of those numbers in the same place values. Then I'm gonna subtract. Why does this line look like it's climbing up a hill? Let me try get a more straight line. Oh, that looks better. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this place value, that is hundredths. After tenths, we have hundredths. Yes, so let me just write it real quick. So this is tenths. After tenths, we have hundredths. So it is 100, but with a THS and so on. Yes, and then this one will have the normal ones, and then we have the tens. Yeah, so 0 take away 9 is not possible, so I need to borrow from this place 0. it's still not possible. I cannot borrow something that has nothing. So I go to the next place value. This is still 0. Take away 1. I'm not gonna borrow, so I'll go to the tens place value. So in the tens place value, I'm gonna borrow a 1, and when I borrow 1, I'll remain with 2 here. It will take 10 to the other side, and then I borrow, I remain with the 9. So let me just write 9 right there, and then it gets to 10. So I borrow again, it gets to, oops, okay, let me write 9 right there, and then now this becomes 10. Okay, so 10 take away 9, 10 take away 9 is 1, so I'll write 1 there. And then 9 take away 4 is 5, and then the decimal place just is below the others. 9 take away 8 is 1, and then 2 take away 1 is 1. So our answer right there should be 11 pounds and 51 pence. Yes. All right, so move on to the next one. So this one is addition. So in addition, we start by arranging our numbers. So 58.26, and then we'll have 3.79, and then we add. Oh my days, why is my line climbing up the hill? Okay, so let's see, this should be right there. Oh, that's better. Yeah, so we add. Okay, so 6 plus 9. So again, we can always start with the bigger number, 9 plus 6. So 9, 10, and then we remain with 5. So 10 plus 5 is 15. So we have a 5, and then remember what we always do, we carry 1. And then we have 1 plus 2 plus 7. So you can always start with the bigger number, 7. 7 plus 2 is 9, plus 1, 10. 0, we carry 1. So we bring down the decimal point. Always remember to bring down the decimal point. And then 8 plus 1, 8 plus 1 is 9, 9 plus 3 is 9, 10, 11, 12. 2, we carry 1. And then we have 5 plus 1, which is 6. So our answer will be 62.05. Let's move on to the next one. Oh, another subtraction problem. So here again we do the same thing, we arrange the numbers. So 62 is like 62.0. Whenever you see one decimal place, you have to put 1 0 after the decimal place, and then we have 18.1. Then we are subtracting. So oh my days, those lines. Okay, so 0 take away 1 is not possible, so I'm gonna have to borrow from the next place value. 2 take away 1, I can borrow that, yeah. So I'll borrow 1. When I borrow 1 from here, I'll just remain with 1, right? And then this becomes 10. So 10 take away 9. 10 take away 1 is 9. Why am I giving out the answer? Oh my goodness. This is 9, and then this is our decimal point right there. Now 1 take away 8 is not possible in this case, so we can always borrow. So we borrow 1. Okay, so let me just use this color. I borrow 1. When I borrow 1 here, I remain with 5, and then it will put a 10 here, so it will become 11. Yeah, so 11 take away 8 now makes sense. So 11 take away 8 is it is what, 3. And then 5 take away 1 is 4. So our answer should be 43.9. Oops, I've just written it with a different color, but that's okay. And then we move on to the next one. This is money again. So I'm gonna now here notice that we have 5 pounds and 95 pence, and then we have 12 pounds and 49 pence. You can arrange them in two ways. You can start with the first one and then the second one, or start with the bigger one. In this case, our bigger number is this, so I'm gonna have to just start with the bigger one. I love starting with big things. So 12.49 and then added to 5.95. So we put a line right there. 9 plus 5 is 14. So 4, we carry 1. So whenever you have a 14, this is in the ones, this one is in the tens. The ones will be written where we have the ones, and then the tens will be carried. That's what we have been doing. Okay, so 9 plus 4. 9 plus 4 is 13, plus 1 is 14. So we put a 4 here, and then we carry 1 again. Now remember, we have decimal points here, so we have to bring them down. Now 5 plus 2 is 7, plus 1 is 8. So I put 8 there, and then 1 plus nothing is 1. So our answer right there should be 18 pounds and 44 pence. Okay, so on to number 10. So in number 10, we have this question that has 3 numbers, and the three numbers have 2 operations, addition and subtraction. So I'm just gonna go in order. So 15.2 plus 26. So remember, if it's 26 and we are dealing with 1 decimal point, it's a 26.0, right? So we'll have 26.0. So when I add that, what will I get? 2 plus 0 is a 2. I put the decimal point here. 5 plus 6 is 11. 1, and then I carry 1. And then in that case, 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. Now remember, there's a subtraction, so I'll come here and write the answer. So 41.2 minus 3 points. So remember, the decimal points have to always align. 7, 4. Now this one is like having a 0 or nothing at the top, and then I'm subtracting these 2 numbers. Okay, so 0 take away 4 is not possible, so I go to the next place value and borrow a 1, and when I borrow 1, I get 10 here, and I remain with 1. If I had 2 and I borrow 1, I just remain with 1. So 10 take away 4 gives you 6, and then 1 take away 7 is not possible. Oh, so I go and borrow again. So when I borrow 1 here, I get to remain with a 0, a whopping 0, and then here it becomes 11. 10 plus 1 is 11. Okay, so 11 take away 7 is 4, right? That's right. So we put the decimal place right there, and here we have a problem. 0 take away 3 is not possible. You cannot take away 3 from nothing. So we have to borrow again from the next place value. So when I borrow 1, I remain with a 3, and the 10 goes there, and we have, boom, we have a 10. So 10 take away 3 gives you what? 7. You're right. So 7 right there, and then 3 take away nothing is just a 3. So our answer will be written as 37.46. Is this not so much fun? Oh my goodness, it's so easy. So pause this video and try to solve this one. Remember, you have to order your numbers in column form. Okay, so this is gonna be 63.1, and then I'm adding 28.74. So I start with that, and then this is addition. This one is like a 0 at this top, so 0 plus 4 is 4, 1 plus 7 is 8, and then we have the decimal point. 8 plus 3 is 11, 1, carry 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. And then we subtract, so I'm gonna write the number 91.84, and then I take away 19. So remember, if it's a whole number, it's like a 19.00. Yes, so I subtract. 4 take away 0 is a 4, 8 take away 0 is 8, and then I bring the decimal point. 1 take away 9. 1 take away 9 is not possible, so I'm gonna have to borrow from this next number. So if I borrow 1 from here, I remain with 8. Always remember to indicate that. And then I'm borrowing a 10, so 10 plus 1 will get me an 11. So 11 take away 9 gives you 2, and then 8 take away 1 gives you 7. So our final answer will be written as 72.84. Woohoo! So on to the next one, and I think this is almost the second last one before we finish all the questions. Okay, so we arrange again. So we start with adding. So 5.4, 13.62. This time around they are 3 numbers, so this is a whole number, so you will assume there's a decimal here, 0, 0, and then you write the whole number. So this is 5, 6, and a 2. Ooh, that's a big number. Oh my goodness, look at this line. Yes, okay, let me draw a proper line. Boom, right there. So here we are adding. Okay, so this is like having a whooping 0 right there. So 0 plus 2 plus 0 is 2. 4 plus 6 is 10, plus 0, 10. So we have a 0 here, and then we carry a 1. So I'm gonna carry 1 right there. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 plus 5, 9, 10. And then we have 4 remaining, so 14. Remember to put the decimal, oh my god, and then 14. So 4, we carry 1 right there. Okay, so 6 plus 1 is 7, plus 1, 8. So I put an 8 there, and then 2 right there. So our answer will be 284.02. Okay, so this is the second last one, is it? Okay, we're almost there. So hold on guys, did I finish the last one, the previous one? No, I did not. Oh my god. So you have to remember to subtract this last one. I've just remembered now, and you see we are likely to forget that. So 284.02, we take away 29.3. Oh my goodness, that was so close. So this one is like having a 0 here. So 2 take away a 0 is a 2. 0 take away 3 is not possible, so we are gonna have to borrow from this number. So I'll cancel that, remain with a 3 here. I get to 10. 10 take away 3 is 7. Oops, let me use that different number. So this is 7. Bring down the decimal point. 3 take away 9 is not possible, so I'm gonna have to borrow a 1, and if I borrow 1 from there, I'll remain with 7, and then here I'll remain with 13. 13 take away 9 gives you 4. Very good. Why do I keep forgetting about this color? Yes, 4 right there. Okay, so 7 take away 2 is 5, and then this is a 2. Okay, so that changes our answer, guys. Oh my gosh. So our answer is 254.72. Thank you for reminding me. Alright, so we go to the next one. Now, this one is starting with subtraction. So we start with 84.6 and we take away 15.32. So I'm gonna have to start with 2 at a time, guys, so that I do not get confused. Okay, so right there, that's better. So I'll start with 0 take away 2. 0 take away 2 is not possible, so I'm gonna borrow 1 from there. This becomes 10, this becomes 5. So 10 take away 2 is 8. 5 take away 3 is a 2 point. 4 take away 5. 4 is smaller than 5, so I'm gonna have to borrow from the next number. So if I borrow 1 from here, I remain with 7, and here I remain with 14. So 14 take away 5 gives me a 9. 7 take away 1 gives me a 6. Now we go to the next one. So this time round we're not gonna forget. So 69.28 take away the next one, which is 9.17. So 9.17. So I'm gonna draw a beautiful line right there. 8 take away 7 is 1. 2 take away 1 is 1. Bring down the decimal point. 9 take away 9 is a 0, and then we have 6 take away nothing, remains as a 6. I'll rewrite this number that I have gotten. So 60.11, and then we are adding, in this case, 26.4. So I'll just put a 0 right there. It makes no difference. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. And then we bring down the decimals. Guys, don't forget about the decimals. 0 plus 6 is 6, and then 6 plus 2 is an 8. Alright, so we have our answer as 86.51. Moving on to number 14. So number 14 gives us 180, and we are taking away 26.3. So remember, this is like 0.0. So we start by subtraction. I'm gonna write that, and then when I subtract, what am I gonna get? So I'm gonna undo that. Yes, 0 take away 3 is not possible, so I'm gonna have to borrow from the next number. 0 again is 0. I go to the next place value, so I'm gonna borrow from 8. So if I borrow from 8, I'll remain with 7. This will become 10, and then I borrow again 1. This becomes 9, and then this becomes 10. 10 take away 3 is 7. I'm going to use the red color. 10 take away 3 is 7. We bring down the decimal point. 9 take away 6 is 3. 7 take away 2 is 5. And then 1 take away nothing is just 1. And then I rewrite 153.7, my people. And then I'm taking away 15.27. Alright, so this one is like having a 0 right there, and then when I subtract, my goodness, these lines though, Okay, so you guys, I recommend that you use rulers when you're writing, because I'm just writing some funny lines right here. Okay, so 0 take away 7 is not possible, so I'm gonna have to borrow from the previous number. Then I get 10 here, and then I remain with 6. 10 take away 7 is 3. 6 take away 2 is 4. So I bring down the decimal place. 3 take away 5, we have a problem. This number is small, so I'm gonna have to borrow 1. So if I borrow 1 here, I remain with 4, and here I remain with 10. 13 take away 9. What's 13 take away 9? 8. So I'm gonna write 8 here. 4 take away 1 is 3. 1 take away nothing is 1. And then the last part, which is subtracting 8. So 138.43 take away 8.14. So I'm gonna subtract that. 3 take away 4 is not possible, so I'm gonna borrow 1, remain 3, gets to 13. 13 take away 4 becomes 9. And then 3 take away 1 becomes 2. So we have a decimal place there. 8 take away 8 is a whopping 0, and then we have 3 take away nothing is 3, 1 take away nothing is 1, so it remains as 1. So our answer will be 130.29. On to the next one. So the next number gives us a 52 take away 14.84. So I'm gonna start with a 52 and then a 14.84. So remember, this one is like 0.00 because it has no decimal point, and then I am subtracting. So these are zeros. I'll go to the next place value, so that is the 2. I'll borrow, and then I'll remain with 1 here. This becomes 10. I borrow again. This remains 9. This becomes 10. So 10 take away 4 gives you 6. And then 9 take away 8 gives you 1. I'll put the decimal place right there. And then 1 take away 4 is not possible, my people. So I'll have to borrow 1 from the 5. So if I borrow 1, I'll remain with 4. And here I will remain with 11. So 11 take away 4 gives you 7. Whoopsie, let me use the red color. So that is 7. And then 4 take away 1 is 3. So our answer will be written as 37.16. All right, so that is the end, guys. Yay, we did it.